Hospital heart monitors can be a critical tool in keeping patients alive. But when not monitored properly, they can lead to tragedy.
I lost my best friend. I'm not a couple anymore. I'm just me.
Cindy Downs raised 3 children with her husband of 49 years, Terry, a Boeing engineer who helped design this stealth bomber. The day he ended up in the hospital, he had played 18 holes of golf.
He said, I had the best golf game of my life.
Last year, the vibrant 68-year-old was admitted to Wesley Medical Center in Wichita, Kansas, owned by HCA. A bump on the head a few days prior had led to bleeding in his brain. Doctors operated and quickly fixed the problem. Terry Downs was on a telemetry monitor while in the hospital. After 21 days, he was scheduled for discharge.
I had a wonderful afternoon visiting with him, and he got a little spunky and was teasing me, and I said, oh, my husband's back.
According to his medical record, early the next morning at 4:18 a.m., he had a strong pulse. But over the next half hour, he had a life-threatening change to his heart rhythm. His medical record indicates the nurses caring for him were not alerted, as they should have been, by the telemetry technician. In fact, there was no telemetry record in his chart for the day he died, which experts say is highly unusual. However, HCA declined to explain why to either Terry Downs' family or to NBC News.
That kind of leaves me speechless, honestly.
It does make you think maybe someone's trying to hide something.
It does, absolutely.
Carrie Wilson's an experienced cardiac nurse in North Carolina, among 24 HCA healthcare professionals who've raised concerns to us. Do you believe that any patients have lost their lives as a result of bad telemetry practices?
Most certainly, and we've even reported some of those to the hospital and to our state agencies.
Do you have a number?
I don't have a number, but I have more than one, and one's too many.
Wilson says once HCA took over in 2019, telemetry monitoring at Mission Hospital changed for the worse. Telemetry techs used to monitor about 20 patients at a time, and now
they can monitor up to 60 patients for one tech.
Can somebody do that effectively and safely?
No, not at all. We see it all the time where things are missed.
In the past, at most hospitals, telemetry monitors were located on patient floors, but that's changing. Terry Downs was being monitored from a different building, and some experts say since seconds matter, that can slow the process in critical ways. Adding to patient risk, there are no federal or state standards dictating how many patients can be safely monitored by a single technician or where they need to be located. While HCA is not alone in increasing the number of patients monitored by one technician or utilizing remote monitoring, one former HCA executive described an epidemic of telemetry mishaps at some HCA hospitals. Part of the problem, HCA nurses are often overextended. On Florida's West Coast, where there are 16 HCA hospitals, NBC News found there have been 11 telemetry-related deaths cited by regulators since 2021. While at 13 comparable hospitals at the same region over the same time period, there was only 1 telemetry-related death. Public records reveal at one HCA hospital some patients on telemetry monitors were not being observed at all, and alarms were turned off or silenced. Is there any good medical reason to centralize the review of these telemetry monitors?
Absolutely not. In fact, there's a lot of medical reason not to.
But there is a good financial reason to do it.
Oh, most certainly. Technology should be there to enhance what we're doing, to improve, not to replace us. And that is what HCA has done. And it's not safe.
HCA's CEO Sam Hazen declined an interview request, but the company did provide a statement. Telemetry saves lives, and that is why we use it. Our telemetry technicians monitor on average fewer than 40 patients, a number that is in line with what the American Heart Association has determined is safe. The American Heart Association told us they have made no such determination. Back in Wichita, Cindy Downs has a question for the company's CEO.
Mr. Hazen, what if this was your wife? A hospital is supposed to care about patients. It's not about profit.
Wow. And Cynthia McFadden joins me now. Cynthia, I have to say, I so admire your investigations, your reporting, the way you hold individuals and institutions into account. So I just want to start there. But first, tell us how this story came to be, and I wonder what shocked you the most from your reporting.
Well, it came to be because we work with an extraordinary colleague up in investigations, Gretchen Morganson, who is a Pulitzer Prize-winning business reporter. It started because she started digging a year ago. This is the 5th story that we've done on HCA. And what surprised me the most, I have a lot to choose from. I mean, one thing is, when we say seconds matter, seconds matter. You have about 2 minutes to start resuscitation and have a 40% survival rate. And for every minute after that, survival goes down by 10 to 20%. So that's shocking. It also shocks me, there is no regulation here. Hospitals can do whatever the heck they want. So when you get in a situation like this, imagine one person looking at a screen monitoring 80 people.
And it's life or death. I mean, I wonder, you said this was your 5th investigation into HCA. Do you worry that they may feel, or you may be accused of picking on them? How do you deal with that, right? The backstory, but it also can't just be their hospitals. Are there more?
Well, you know, it's really interesting because HCA at one point said, you know, come on, enough already. They are the largest for-profit hospital chain in the country. They are industry leaders. They made $4.2 billion of the first 9 months of the year. They're big guys. They can respond to this. They can take the bumps, and you know, they're industry leaders, so that other people look to them. And what they do, the industry sometimes starts to do. So,
and oftentimes when we do reports like this, we start to hear from people. Has that happened with this one?
Yeah. I mean, I got to tell you, the emails are blowing up today. Gretchen and I have both heard from doctors, nurses, and other executives at various HCA hospitals saying this is but the tip of the iceberg.
The tip of the iceberg. Well, Cynthia, thank you for bringing us this. I'm sure it's going to impact a lot of people. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.